All right, and we're live.
All right.
Welcome to the podcast. Peyton's first time.
Hello. I feel like I was born for this.
Yeah?
Oh my God.
Other than I just took the microphone away from my face.
Are you nervous at all?
No, I am that we just started.
It's all right.
It is like, I don't know, nerve-wracking to think about, but at the same time, like, we're genuinely just talking. So it's like...
We're talking with microphones. I love it.
Well, we're talking with microphones, and we're also talking, and you can be, like, held accountable for what you're saying later, because I said some things on the podcast last week that were a little out of pocket, and now looking back, I'm like...
That's good because you keep bringing them up.
Probably shouldn't have said half of those things.
Like what?
But I'm just going to let it go.
Why don't you just say it again? You already brought it up.
Can you give us some examples and apologize to the viewers?
I actually want to backtrack on something because...
So you are going to bring it up again?
Yeah, I am. Because I've been thinking about it and I was like...
Well, first off, let's just wish everybody... I hope they had a happy holidays. And I wish them a happy new year.
Yeah.
Today we have Logan Miller, who's been on the podcast a couple of times now. And now we have Peyton Miller, her sister. So we're home. We're home
sisters.
for the holidays.
We're sisters. Can you tell?
No.
But we're home for the holidays, so we thought we would record a podcast at home. So I'm glad to have you two on the channel together. You guys, hopefully we can get you guys arguing. Cause that would be,
hopefully that does happen.
That would be pretty good, actually.
I'm fine with that.
That would
Hopefully.
be some good content.
Yeah, no, I also would be the one being bullied, so I don't really want to...
That is false.
No, because when you two get together, you two are the people who have seen the most flaws in me. Obviously, you still love me for them, but you're the people who notice it the most. So when you two get together, every little flaw gets picked out, and then I just sit there.
Yeah, we can talk about the flaws.
Like,
Right.
Really debunk them all.
Right here. That's what this episode's going to be.
No, it's not. That's an asshole move.
I'm just kidding. I like you guys wear the same thing.
Well, I just had this on from today, and I didn't feel like changing.
Well, if you see me out, you're going to be seeing me in these leggings every single day.
They're
And
good leggings,
a different
though.
variation of a black shirt.
top, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you need in life, though. But, all right. Now that we've...
What were we talking about?
Now that we've welcomed...
licensed.
Now
I
that
can't
we've welcomed
stop.
everyone, what did you say last time that you want to bring up again, even though you don't want anyone talking about it?
Well, no, it's not that I don't want everybody talking about it. I just want to elaborate on it more because I feel like last podcast when we were talking about, I don't even know what we were talking about, hangovers and stuff, and how, the morning after you just still feel out of it and vertigo and dizzy and not in it. And then, you just have to be a decent human and drive home from work. And I think that when I first was saying it was like, oh my God, I'm totally like driving home drunk in the morning. I'm not drunk driving. Obviously, I would never get behind the wheel if I was drunk. That's what I have Quentin for. He drives me home.
You are so bad at saying things on a podcast.
Why?
Because now we're going to have to talk about that next podcast.
What?
I don't drive drunk, ever.
No, that's what I have you for, I'm saying.
Nobody here drives drunk.
Yeah,
If I get drunk,
Let's
you're
just
my
say
driver
that.
home. Like if I'm too drunk, you drive me home.
Okay.
That's what you're for. That's what I was saying.
That was better put.
Yes, that.
Okay.
But I don't get in the car in the morning and drive home tore up from the floor
I
up.
definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like you just feel dehydrated, like a piece of shit.
You
Your
feel
eye
disgusting.
makeup.
You're not fully woken up yet. You're not still drunk.
You're not drunk.
You're
but
just dizzy and
Yes,
dehydrated.
You just
Yeah.
feel like shit. Yeah.
Your makeup is thick on your face,
Your
like an
mascara's
inch.
still on your face.
Yeah, you're
It's
in
crusty.
PJs that you
totally.
pulled out of the bottom drawer that are completely not together. And you're just like, I wish I didn't do anything that I did last night, and now I have to go home and get my life together.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then the anxiety kicks in. So then you have like anxiety symptoms too of like shaking and overthinking and sweaty palms. So I just wanted to elaborate a little bit on that because I'm scared of the cancel culture. I truly am.
There's no one here to cancel.
Well, no, there's not. But I know that people are so sensitive now that you could literally say one thing and they take it completely out of context.
Yeah,
and
everything gets misunderstood.
try to be like, that's homophobic, that's racist, that's bad to say.
You could probably get canceled for this conversation right here.
Yeah, I probably could.
Probably.
No.
We are done with this topic. We're not saying anything controversial. I feel like everybody
controversial,
Yes,
right?
I feel like
Controversial.
everybody can agree that sometimes things just get picked apart way too much.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Picked apart way too much
that's
is a
okay.
good way to put it.
yes.
So-
All right, don't pick all the cat hair off of me or the dog hair.
Sorry. All right. So what was your favorite Christmas gift that you got this year? And don't be weird because we all got each other like gifts. Like what did you like the most?
I wasn't gonna say something you guys got me just to make you feel good.
I know. Okay.
I don't care what you guys say.
You don't care about us?
No.
All right.
Probably, honestly. Well, I'm trying to think. The thing that I keep thinking of when everybody's like, "What'd you get for Christmas?" is my glass like Tupperware set, like all like the glass, because plastic is so toxic for you, and the fact that like I put my leftovers and my food and my meal preps in those black like plastic meal prep containers and then like go take them to work, and sometimes I have to heat it up in there. I'm just so glad I can throw away all the shitty matched Tupperware containers and put all the new glass ones in there.
This is why we need a podcast for you, so you can just go off.
I know
about plastic and water.
I know.
And fluoride.
I know. Okay.
And healing.
So what was your favorite gift?
Your Tupperware. The
Tupperware.
glass
Tupperware is probably my favorite.
What, Peyton? Do you know it? You still thinking about it?
This also might be controversial, but I think my scale.
Back to the controversy.
I'm dead.
So bad that I wanted a scale for Christmas, but like, I don't want to get into it, but like, come on, you just need to know. Like,
right. No,
I'm
agree.
a nosy person. I'm nosy about what my weight is. Just tell me straight up. Just let me know.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
So I'm glad that I have a scale now so I can just look, know, and be done. Other than that, though, I'd say all my gift cards, which sounds really bad, but
honestly, that's good.
It's free food.
Yeah, it saves you a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
and like free things to get. Like now you can go to your favorite stores and get like what you need or what you want with it. I don't know. I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do like my passport that you got. Like you got me everything to like get my passport.
I guess I do like the passport.
But when I think about it, like that's just something that like we knew we were getting for the longest time.
Right.
So it wasn't something that like
it was expected.
It wasn't expected. It was just like I don't know. I feel like my Tupperware set is just a very convenient something that I really, really wanted, but I never would have spent the money to buy on my own because glass containers are so expensive.
They added a processing fee. So they used to be $130. That's it. You just send it in. Now it's $35 to process the passport.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are they doing? They look and verify it to you, and then, but now it's $35.
More money every way they can.
Yeah, they got to get as much as they can.
Okay, but what was your favorite gift?
Would say, I can't pick between two things. It was either the T-shirts their mom got me with the podcast stuff on it,
yeah,
or Peyton's the whiskey glass and the because I would have ended up getting that anyway. So
the whiskey glass thing,
like whiskey glasses and like the ice cube, but I would have been so long for me to get that because I would have never like put the money to get that.
I'm so glad that you said that because I feel so bad getting men cups and mugs.
No, that's literally perfect.
I feel like that's all men get. It's like the easiest thing.
No, I love that though. I can't wait to have like a glass of whiskey with the ball ice cube in it. I think that's so cool.
That is nice. I do love the circle ice cube molds.
I will say though, like he is a rare case. Like he's different in this aspect, but typically I feel like that is a good gift for a guy because when, you know, the guys come over to the house, the women naturally go to look at, you know, this like spread I have, like, you know, here's some wine. Look at this beautiful like coffee table I have and this photo. Oh my God, I got this photo from like the market downtown. Like, I mean, he does that, but I'm saying rare case.
I feel like Quentin does that a little bit.
Here's my living room. Here's the couch we have. Here's the photos on the wall.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Typically, I feel like that's a good gift for a guy because that's all the guy has. He's like, hey, I got whiskey glasses. You know, you guys want some whiskey? And he gets to pull out these cool whiskey glasses, cool ice cubes, you know, while the women go talk about the picture frame on the wall. Except it's opposite. I like am sitting there hanging out while Quentin's like, and this is the photo that I printed out, and this is the plant that I got. Do you guys like it? And they're like,
don't make fun of me and my plants.
No, it's not.
I love it though.
I love plants.
Like it's better that.
I never knew I had a love for plants until I had a house. But like plants are just so like.
I love plants.
It's just like a decoration that makes it look more alive.
It's like a pet.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
except
like
you don't take care of it. I do.
No, all of my plants just died, and I'm telling you, they hold some sort of sentimental value.
Right.
Because once they die, you want them back so bad. You feel terrible for letting them die. Every plant that I made with me on my move is dead. And I'm sad about
And
it.
I'm sad about
and the
it.
pots are just there empty now. And
Reminiscing of the
Yeah.
old times you guys had together with your plants.
yeah.
Yeah, if my palm trees are dead when I get back, I'm going to be very upset.
So the one's my palm tree. You just went and copied me because you wanted the same one to match the other side of the piano. So
Yeah, but who watered it when we were home?
me, you water it once a month and I water it. However, you needed the matching one, so you went to Trader Joe's and you found the last one on the shelf
Can't
and
breathe.
grabbed it. And so now that one is deteriorating quickly because it was a sickly little
No, it
plant when
wasn't.
we got it.
It was not sick. It was not sick.
Well, she ain't doing well. Mine's thriving.
Mine was thriving when I left.
No, she had brown spots.
Whatever.
I mean, it's fine. I do the rules. I moved it away from airflow. I moved it into the window. I moved it away from the window. I did everything that plant needs to thrive.
To thrive. But it's not thriving. You know
It's
why?
not
Because it
thriving.
misses me. That's why.
Probably. Or
Probably
maybe
does.
you're just making it a more attached thing, being like, my plant misses me. And
No,
then
I
it's
think it does
more
miss me.
sad.
I think it does miss me.
It might.
But yeah, those are my favorite gifts.
It might. Yeah. I know. I would say, yeah.
It was a good Christmas this year.
It was a really good Christmas
Your mom
this
was
year.
very generous.
We played a lot of games, got a lot of good gifts, like in that aspect.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good things that we needed and a lot of things that we wanted just from like knowing each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I had a good time.
All right. So next question.
Okay.
What is your favorite? Because this is probably the first Christmas where I've watched a bunch of different Christmas movies. Mm-hmm. What are your guys' favorite Christmas movie? Because I have a new one, I think.
Okay. I would have to say the basic Grinch.
Oh, that is such a good one. Fuck, I forgot
Wait,
about
what's
that
the
one.
other really basic one? Home Alone.
Jeez.
And then a newer one, which is kind of weird, and it's not all about just Christmas, but I love the movie Holiday. Have you guys
I've
seen
never
that?
seen that.
It's
on-
so
yeah.
cute. And I know this
Yeah.
is off topic, but I feel like you guys know like all the 2000s rom-com movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're so good. Like only from the 2000s though.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a new rom-com movie that is actually like really good.
Wait,
Really?
I haven't seen that.
a
Right?
fan of it.
So what? Why?
I watch it like
You upset her. Good job.
I watch it going to bed sometimes, like if I'm just like, all right, I need something quick.
But it's cute to actually pay attention to, and it's funny.
I did watch it all the way through once.
You should watch that tonight.
But Quinn, it's about like the beginning is Christmas, but then it ends up going through like all the holidays, and I think it goes back to Christmas.
Yeah.
But still, I love it. So that's kind of a holiday movie.
Basically,
I'd say
just
that one,
having
though.
a holiday, like a date for the holidays, and
Like
like
the title.
why and the importance of it, and like all that. Not
Yeah.
the important, you know what I mean?
So it is a rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should watch that tonight.
Okay.
We're watching that tonight.
Yeah, I think it's good. Like it's good to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Probably
God, I can't
Home
breathe.
Alone, Elf, and The Grinch.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I don't know. Like those
The
are
Grinch-
just my favorite. I think honestly, Home Alone tops it all. Home Alone and Elf top it all. I do really love The Grinch just as much. But now it's like The Grinch isn't what I sit down and watch. It's just like I always put it on to wrap gifts. I always put it on when I'm cleaning around the Christmas season.
Wait, what movie?
The Grinch, Home
Okay.
Alone, and then Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
But-
hot take.
What? Are you gonna say Die Hard?
What? No.
Die Hard, the Christmas
I
movie.
don't know if it's because I haven't like really paid attention to the Elf, but I don't really enjoy that movie.
Wow.
Elf?
Yeah.
How?
That is everybody's favorite Christmas movie, I feel like, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because I haven't like really watched the whole thing.
I just like it's like funny and like Will Ferrell's funny and it's like
I
adult
don't know.
humor.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's Will
guess.
Ferrell's top
Yeah.
movie. I think that's the peak of his movies.
Yeah, I do like that movie.
What's yours?
Mine is always Grinch and Elf, and then Fred Claus. I like that one. I just watched
I
that one
do
this
like
year.
I've seen that.
4 Christmases
That's
because
the
we
one where
got on
Santa has a little brother, and he like hates or not. Fred Claus has a little brother, and his little brother's Santa. And everybody cares about Santa, so it's Vince Vaughn who's like just a little asshole. But it's actually a really good
That's
movie. But it's funny. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was really funny.
I do like that movie. I've only seen it like a couple times. Like those that's the movie to me that like that's on and like Santa Claus with Tim Allen, is that his
I've
name?
never seen
Yes.
those.
Like
Yes.
those are
I
ones that
love
are
that
just
movie.
on like the ABC Family like 30-day countdown to Christmas or 25-day whatever, and I just have watched those in like a few times in my life, but those
Yeah.
aren't staples that I'm like I gotta watch Fred Claus this year.
A weird
That's
staple
gonna
for
be
me,
me.
and I think it's because I'm younger is what is it? Charlie, Good Luck Charlie
Christmas
movie.
Oh my
watched
god!
Have you seen that,
I've
Quentin?
seen the TV show, but I haven't seen. I didn't know
Oh
they
my
had a Christmas
gosh,
movie.
the Christmas movie, it's so good. And
Really?
like it honestly, I didn't watch it this year, but I think that is a staple for every Christmas for me.
Christmas?
But it has to be just because I'm young and I grew up like
Luck Charlie.
always watching Good Luck Charlie.
Yeah.
So the movie is just like I love it.
That was Disney Channel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was on the way out of Disney Channel when that show came out.
Yeah.
I like, and I'll still watch it, the Drake and Josh Christmas.
Yeah.
Was
Like,
it Drake and Josh Christmas movie?
Oh my God.
It's a
yeah.
movie?
Movie, yeah.
I haven't
movie.
seen that in a really long time
I
though.
fucking love that one. That one's good. I like that one.
No, I really like that Fred Claus movie. Like, I'm gonna watch it every year.
Yeah, that Fred Claus is
Did you
good. Watch it
Did
for the
you
first
like-
time this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you
Yeah, I
like
loved
Four
it.
Christmases? I always liked that movie.
Yeah, I did like that one. That's
I think
a good
it's
one.
funny because it's just like so
Another
true
Vince
of
Vaughn
like
movie.
yeah, like splitting your time at Christmas and then one's like, you know, hillbillies and they're just like it's spray cheese. Like the just like the embarrassing and like funny like aspects of it, and then they go to one person's house and it's like I don't know, it's just funny because it shows all the different dynamics of like, you know,
Christmas, yeah.
people trying to escape, you know, going to their families on Christmas and all the weird shit that
Yeah.
goes down, and then I don't know, I really like that movie.
So that's like. So then, what would you say is like? Because you know, you come home for the holidays and you always get like arguments with your family. But like, what would you say is the longest time until you're like, all right, I'm ready to go back to my home? You
probably
know?
a week.
A week, 7 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because think about it, on like week vacations in the summertime when you're going to like the beach and stuff, by day 7 or like the car ride home, you're always like, I'm so ready to go home. I'm so ready to be in my normal routine again.
Yeah.
Like I'm just, and I think it also is because like you grew up in the household with them and then you grow out of that household and you have formed your own
Opinions
habits and
habits.
routines and
Yeah.
ways of living, and then you go back to that, and I feel like they still have that mentality of like, you're my kid, like, you know, you gotta, you know, do the routine that I do because it's
Yeah.
my house and you're my kid, and then you just clash because it's not the way that you do things in
Right.
your life, and then
Yeah, sounds bad, but once you live on your own, it will never be the same
It
at
won't.
home. It
Yeah.
sucks.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. But like, if I came back here, like, say I like vacationed here for a month, I would go crazy.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I would
get
go
that.
crazy, even though before I
get that.
moved out, I didn't move out because I hated living here. Like, I
Right.
love
Yeah.
being here, but like,
just
once
different.
you get on your own, it's so different.
Yeah.
So for
No, I get
Christmas
that.
though, I'd say like I could do a little longer than a week, but not pushing it 2
Not 2
weeks.
weeks.
Maybe a one and a
10
half.
days, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably say like 5 or 7 days. Yeah.
yeah, I think that
Yeah.
week
And then
is
it's
that
like-
cap of like,
Yeah, and then you're like, all right,
especially
I'm
if you're in
ready
the
to go
same
home.
household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, like once you move out, how going home is like never the same.
Right.
Which is super sad. but-
It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
sad, but it's not sad in a way of like it'll never be the same. It's just sad in a different way. I don't know how
Yeah.
to describe it, because when I moved back here for that short period of time after college,
Right.
yeah.
I thought it was going to be how it was when I grew up, and I thought it was going to be how it was when I came home for that month long like Christmas break and everything throughout college, and it wasn't like that. And like my parents would be on like a Friday night, they would be like, all right, bye, we're going out with our friends. And then I'd be like, wait, I don't have plans. I didn't make plans on purpose because I thought we were going to all be doing something.
Right.
And so then it kind of like made me realize, all right, my family has a life of their own now. And so then I was like, I think it's time.
Yeah.
It's time to move on from that,
Yeah.
you know, childhood.
right.
Your routine is the same as your
Yeah.
parents' routine mentality, because it's
Yeah.
not anymore.
It's kind of crazy how this. I would count this as all three of us, our first Christmas, like home from living on our own.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's
What
so
was
weird.
last year? I forget. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because throughout college you have a month break. You get to come home for 3 weeks for Christmas and New Year's and all
And I
that.
feel like it's still like you're still like under your parents. I guess.
Yeah, because all your shit's there. You just
you just go to
you
college.
live there, but like
Yeah.
you still come home on the weekends, or sometimes. I guess that's how far away that you go to school. But yeah, it's still you haven't moved all of your shit out of your parents' house yet.
Right.
Yeah, I would
Well-
say that this is probably like our first official Christmas that we're
Dang.
all doing it separately.
I wonder what the average is. Like what that first year for everybody. I don't know.
Probably 22, 23. Probably
Wait, what?
like
First
what?
year of what?
Like the first year you come back from like living on your own. I guess. Or
Yeah.
like,
Well, the fact that I went the abrupt route and I did, all right, take
I'm leaving.
literally all of my stuff out and leave. I didn't get the college where it's like, oh, I have like long breaks. I'm coming home.
Right, yeah.
So,
Right.
and it's weird because you guys are experiencing your first Christmas fully being moved out at 23. And
Yeah.
I'm so young being like
Yeah.
relating to this.
yeah. It's kind of cool though. Payne's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I love it though. I'm so glad.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy
I
that you
think
just packed up and went to Florida.
I know it's so weird, but
impressive.
I just think it worked for me.
Yeah.
Like
But a lot of people
Yeah.
are too scared. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that you're just
thanks.
like, I'm going.
And it's
Yeah.
also good when you have somebody that you're
Can't
either
stop
A,
me.
going with or B, going for.
Yeah.
Like in your case, I don't think that you would have ever been like if Katie and Rain weren't there, I don't think you would have ever been like, I think I'm going to go to Florida. And then like, can you imagine going down there and house hunting, signing a lease on your own?
Know, I wouldn't
Screw
have been
house
able to
hunting.
do it at all at this age because they were the ones to actually go in, sign the lease, and figure
Right.
all that stuff out. I was just kind of following behind them,
Right.
which I think is perfect because now I would know how to do that on my own.
Right.
And but yeah, I could never just get up and go somewhere without knowing anybody.
Right.
Because with how hard it took, like how long it took me to make friends when I already did have like a good friend group, like I could not imagine having nobody.
Yeah, but
That's how I am basically. I don't know anybody there. Like I went there knowing
Yeah.
somebody, but we're not there together. So
Yeah.
I know nobody there. But
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that I met all my friends through work, and then work friends kind of branched out from like there. And now I'm comfortable with the atmosphere, the businesses, like, you know, everything that I'm living around to kind of branch out and make friends from there. So like I'm grateful for that. But even when me and him moved there, like that was so much money. Like, even though we knew that we were moving there, it was already so much money and a big step to go from here to down there just to even find a place, sign the lease, get the area. Like, we almost came home with nothing. So if I was on my own and what happened to me and you that happened when you were down there, I probably would have gotten discouraged and been like, all right, fuck it, I'm going home. I'll figure it out another time. And then it would have just been wasted money, wasted trip.
yeah.
Also, I just remembered you're kind of on your own right now in Wisconsin.
yeah.
How is that?
Boring. It's actually really
But-
boring up there. But it's better than being on a ship because, like you said, I can see other people.
Yeah.
You know? Like I can go out
And
to a
I think
bar.
you made a
Yeah.
good friend group to do stuff
Yeah,
with.
how
Yeah.
did you meet those friends?
They're just up there.
Work.
Like,
Literally. Work.
was
yeah.
it from work or was it from
Yeah.
like where you live?
Well, work. Because the work has an apartment for all of us. So we all
okay.
live in the same apartment complex,
Yeah.
but it was all from work.
Okay.
Besides Luke. Luke went to Kings Point.
Okay.
So he
That's
texted,
nice.
yeah, right. So that was actually really nice because like instead of like easing my way into the friend group, Luke was there for like 3 weeks. So he texted me when I was driving up, and then I immediately just kind of like catapulted
Mm-hmm.
into the friend group. So that was good.
Yes, I
But-
think having friends is very important.
Yeah,
And I think that's really what makes life and moving
Easier.
and doing different things so much
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
is having good friends and
Right.
making friends and like maintaining your friendships.
right.
Yeah, because
I think it's good also to have friends because you have the option. Like, I kind of like that I live on my own because I have, and then I have friends because I have the option of, do I want to go be social or
Yeah.
do I, like, if I was at home with no friends and nobody, like I wouldn't have an option of being social or not. Like I would have to go out to like a bar or out to a restaurant by myself
Yeah.
or join a yoga studio and like
Yeah.
actually talk to people out. You know what I mean? So like it's nice that when you do have friends, when you live away from your family, because you have the option of, do I want to be alone? I can go hang out with them. I don't have to
Yeah.
if I don't want to. I don't live with them. So
Yeah.
because like sometimes living with someone, it's a blessing and a curse. Like, you know, you have somebody to be like, oh my God, like the groceries just found down all the steps and I'm annoyed and I stepped in a puddle and then this happened. But then,
Yeah.
you know, it's like annoying at some aspects because you're like, okay, move, pick up your shit. But then on the opposite end of it, when you don't have that option to like say that, it gets really lonely. When you're like, wait, I don't even have to tell anybody that I stepped in a puddle today and that work was shitty. Ugh.
that was so funny. But yes, I agree.
Yeah, like I don't know, just having the option is good. He had to like turn the camera like back on because like it times out and then it turns off.
Oh, how can you see that?
He just guesses.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
every 30 minutes. For some reason, that camera can only record for 30 minutes.
Has
So-
it been 30 minutes already?
25. But yeah, no, I don't know. Friends are good.
Friends are good. Okay, what's your next question?
Yeah, that's all I got. I was kind of just coming up with those off my mind.
Oh.
What do you
Well,
got?
this might be a topic.
All right.
So my friend just texted me. She's a server, and
Oh,
she
God.
just said, "I've made $440 so far today."
Wait, what?
It is a
Damn.
Monday night.
And she made.
Well, never mind. She was a double. But the fact,
Okay, but a
am I
double
screaming?
on the day after Christmas.
Am I screaming?
The double a day after Christmas when everyone
is
has
true.
off in a small town like this where everyone's gonna
That
be
is
like,
true.
let's go down there when everyone doesn't have work and stuff. That's so lucky that she did.
That's true.
That's good.
That is still a lot of money. Is that all
yes.
tips?
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
all tips. And I just think that is insane.
Dude, I might get a side gig when I'm home, like serving. I think serving's a great job.
I think it is very good for, I'd say a side job, but I mean, if that is your whole job, then that's also very good. But I think it is awesome.
Like, I would only get a side job. Like, if I get off the boat, I don't want to
Yeah.
work like 45 hours a
Yeah.
week, so I would just do like 20 hours. But like,
I mean, yeah.
I think serving is a great job because like you learn to be a people person. Like, you learn how to make
Oh my
people
gosh,
happy.
yes.
Because if you don't get good tips. You know what I
I'm
mean?
telling you guys, that's where I got my social skills from.
Right? Really?
When I first started at the first restaurant I ever worked at, I would like, if I saw my, like, say one of my mom's friends out that like I'm not very close with, but I know who they are, we would have the most awkward interaction ever.
Oh, geez.
Every person that I talked to, it was awkward. It was weird. I didn't know what to say. And I think I'd consider myself a people person now.
Yeah.
Like, I think I have good social skills
Yeah.
because of just working in a restaurant for
Yeah.
a couple years.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think it's fun. I mean, I like talking to people unless
Yeah.
they're, assholes, but most of the time they're good people. So like, I like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, which is why I think I like Umri so much. Cause you talk to a bunch of people
True.
and if, you get a good conversation out, usually a good tip comes. So
Very
not that I'm
true.
saying it's all about the money, but like,
No, that's
I gotta make a living,
true.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be really cool to do a serving job, I think.
Hmm, that would be fun.
Yeah. Dang, $440.
That's insane.
And I'm sitting here recording a podcast I don't get paid for.
It's
Yet.
a hobby. It's fun. It's
Yet.
a hobby.
Yet.
Yeah.
No, it is a good hobby.
It is. It's fun. I like doing it. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Gets the brain working.
Yeah.
Gets the conversation flowing. You tired or something?
I've yawned probably 6 times
Well,
since we started.
that's enough. You only get 7 a podcast, so you got 1 left. It's like Cat with 9 lives.
I'm so tired for some reason.
Is it weird that I really want to see that Puss in Boots movie? Have you seen that? I really want to
It's
see that
not
movie.
weird. It's
wanna
okay.
see that movie.
You should go see.
'Cause I
the
love
cat
Shrek.
from Shrek?
Yeah. Great movie.
That is so funny.
When did
Nothing-
it come out? A while ago, right?
I think so.
It's not a new one, yeah.
But I would go to the theaters to watch that
Oh
movie.
man, I love that he looks so cute and he's like,
He is.
and then all of a sudden he's like, what the?
he is very
Yeah.
cute. But
So
I've
cute.
never heard of Puss in Boots before.
I'm
Yes.
just.
There's like 3 movies out. Which
I
is,
think I know like the old one, but I don't really know
Puss in
who
Boots
he is.
2, Puss in Boots 3.
Yeah.
Put some boots.
Put some boots
on. That's
some
literally
boots
what
on.
it sounds like.
Put some boots on.
It's cold
Yeah.
in here.
Can we turn the heater on?
No.
Good, because we might lose power. Because I'm sucking up so much power right now with these electronics over here.
We got antennas going out of the roof right now to be
Bringing in the satellites.
bringing in the satellites for this podcast. So everybody
Literally.
give it a thumbs up. Comment down
Comment.
below something.
Give me some.
Something.
We've had a couple people leave comments, but
Wait, here's a good one. Comment down below your favorite thing about Christmas.
That's a good one. Yeah, like what your favorite gift was or your favorite movie.
Something about Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the next one, have them do their
Yeah.
Christmas resolutions.
Oh,
New Year's, you
The
mean?
New Year's
Wait, what'd I
resolution?
say?
Christmas.
New Year's
The New Year's
resolution.
Christmas
That's a good one,
resolutions.
actually. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Wait, what is that from?
I don't
That's a
remember.
good one.
She's
It's a TikTok that me and him like watched a while ago, and
That's a good one.
we
That's
both
a good
just
one.
kind of like, "That's a good one. That's a good one."
That is one inside joke that I don't know where it came from, but I like always recognize it. And also, see ya, Bobby.
See ya, Bobby. I don't know what that's from. She started saying
It's
that.
from like you like.
We were on a bike. Remember, we were riding
Oh,
our
is that
bike.
where it came from, or is it
That's
from
where
a
it came
TikTok?
from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the one inside joke that like it wasn't even there, but like last night I
funny.
said, "See ya, Bobby."
See ya, Bobby.
I don't know why.
Because it's so catchy.
See ya, Bobby.
See ya, Bobby. What you said you came with a question? What do you got?
It was kind of all
That's
about.
your 7th yawn, dude.
I know. I'm sorry.
more yawning.
I'm
Stop
just
it now.
Tired.
Stop. Well, wake the hell up.
Take
Okay.
a drink of something. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a drink of
Take
water.
some water. water, or air.
Air.
You said you had good ones, so
I know. Thank you.
are they Christmas related?
No, they're like more like reflecting on this past year.
Oof. Are we gonna get deep here?
No, not like deep like that, but just it was kind of like, thinking back on like your greatest achievement this past year. Like, what do you think is like the most memorable thing from this past year? Well, I guess we could just start with that. Like, name one thing that was like that kind of just sticks out from this past year that's like most memorable to you, which is so crazy thinking about it. Like, think back to last January. Like, oh my God, that seems like such a long time ago.
It's because it was a long fucking time.
I don't even. Oh wait, never mind. I just remembered
What?
what I did last year. What I
don't
was
remember
doing
what I
last
did this
January.
morning.
Okay, what? Okay, then what?
I mean, nothing specific.
Oh.
Because you said think about to last year, and I was like,
Yeah.
why do I not remember New Year's? I remember because I had the flu.
Oh.
That's why I don't remember my New Year's because I was in bed with the flu.
Yeah.
What's crazy is you two lived here in January.
Yeah. Crazy.
No, we did remember we were
Yeah.
getting ready and we met like
Crazy.
Maddie out and we went to the
Yeah.
bar and
It has been an eventful year.
It has been a really good year for us, actually. Like a really
It
good
has.
one.
Yeah, it's been
This is a good year.
mostly all good, very
Yeah.
eventful for everybody.
Yeah.
We've been
Damn.
in lots of different places.
I think that my year was
High,
very,
low.
very high and very low all the time. It wasn't like a constant high. It wasn't a constant low. It was when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was bad.
I feel like that's just life, though.
Well, yeah, but like that's just how. Like looking back on my photos and stuff of last year, I was like looking through and I was like, wow, that was like really, really good. And then I was looking at like the next thing and I was like, God, I remember that. That was really, really bad. So I feel
God.
like it's just memorable as being like one extreme or the other. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like
I get that.
coasting.
Yeah.
I also like kind of went booming with my meal prepping business here.
You did.
Booming.
She was
For a while.
booming.
You were, yeah.
Her to-go boxes were busting out the garage.
Busting out the
Literally,
garage.
I was really busting with that thing because I
Yeah.
forgot that was a great achievement for me
Yeah.
last year, and I
Yeah.
completely forgot about it because I've stopped doing that the past
Yeah.
5 months. So it was like I can't believe that was just last year that started, and that
Yeah.
was last
Not even.
March.
Couple months ago.
I know, because March I started it because almost a year though, because when I came
Right.
back from watching you play baseball, I had literally like 50 orders sitting there in my inbox waiting to like fulfill, and I was like, I'm on vacation, and then when I got back, it just like spiraled from then. So like,
No more vacation.
I feel like that was a good
Jeez.
memorable point of my
Yeah.
New Year's. What do you think yours is, or if you have like one that
Sticks out.
sticks out?
Mine is literally just moving.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good
Yeah.
one.
I feel like Peyton has matured so much faster than us. Like, think about what the fuck I was doing when I was 19.
Yeah,
Some
true.
fucking dweeb.
Yeah, I
You know?
don't know why I'm like this. I mean, it has to be because my whole life I've been around older people, and
Yeah.
look who I'm with right now. You guys are
Right.
both 23. All my friends, my roommate's 24.
Jeez,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a good thing. You're ahead of everybody.
I know. I love
Yeah,
I
me.
love learning off of everybody else and just sitting back, and then just like I get a few years until I have to do the things that they're doing.
Yeah, you
Right.
really do.
So I get to watch and learn first, and I love that.
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
at work, like, I have a lot of like guests that will come in that I'll do like their facials for or something, and they're like, I just can't believe you're 23. Like when I was 23, I was like going crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about anything. I was getting drunk and I was like going job to job. I had not even a boyfriend. I was just like hooking up with these people. Like, I just can't believe you're 23. And it's like, it's because you're like who you hang out with. Like my whole entire
Motivated.
life, Summer was older. Matt, like all my childhood friends were older. My best friends were older. So like I kind of matured with the older crowd. And then since you were friends with me and my friends, you also matured with the older crowd. But you kind of get an advantage because, you know, you're only 19
You're
Yeah.
extra young.
with like years and years and years to go and be like, well, I can fuck up until I'm like 25 if I want
Oh,
to,
yeah.
and then get serious about life and then
Seriously.
get a career and then go to school if you want to. Like, you don't have to do it now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Honestly, I love it. I'm thriving.
Yeah, that's,
That's
good.
good,
And then
though.
you don't have that oh shit moment where it's like, okay, I need
Yeah.
to grow up now.
Yeah.
Like you already
Yeah.
know kind of like what you want to do, what you want to be. Like you can
Yeah.
go through a crazy phase, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It probably gives you peace of mind more than it gives me peace of mind that I'm literally still so young.
Yeah.
Like people tell me how young I am. Like you're only 19. You're
You should see
so
my
young
sister.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like right. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I don't
I
know.
get that.
So what was yours?
Mine, definitely graduating.
Yeah.
Graduating that
Yeah.
fucking school and then getting my license was definitely
What month did you graduate?
May.
May.
And then I finally got my license in December after arguing with the government for 8 months. So now I am a
Oh, that's
licensed
not funny.
I am
sailor.
now licensed.
I am now licensed.
Wait, what did your thing say? Do you
It
remember
was-
the second page that said like random stuff?
Oh my gosh. I
Can we
am
look-
certified
no.
in chemical, biological, radiological warfare.
I am now licensed in chemical, radiological, biological warfare.
Oh my
It's
God.
like they put too many adjectives in
They
the
put
one
way too
certificate.
many.
It was a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thing this year, and it's crazy when you put it into perspective once you
Yeah.
get that tube.
Right, the tube. It's all about the tube.
Right.
He got a tube
Yeah.
of his what is it?
Diploma and
and license.
So it's, yeah, no, that's pretty cool. But I would also say moving and, moving. I mean, graduating and moving. I'd say starting YouTube too, but I mean, that's not really a big deal. Hopefully next year at this time, we can sit here on this couch and be like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Last
Last,
year
year when
Yeah.
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 Definitely.
It's
That'd be
actually
pretty cool.
now that you just like reminded me about the graduation thing, it's also crazy to me that I don't feel old enough to in this year coming up be saying that I graduated from college 2 years ago.
Oh my God.
Like that is
That's
weird to me.
crazy. I don't even know why.
I do not feel old. I feel like if I was pregnant right now, I would still feel like it was teen pregnancy.
Yeah.
If I was proposed to right now, I would still feel like I'm way too young to get married, plan a wedding. I just still feel like when I see college kids, I'm on the same playing field as them.
Yeah.
But in reality, me versus a sophomore in college, what I think I'm at the level of, I'm like, honey, we ain't on the same
They're like,
level.
why is his mom at the bar?
Look, right. Like it's
What's
it's
his
just
mom
weird to
doing
me.
here?
Like I don't feel like I'm 2 years post college. Like
Yeah.
and when you watch TV shows and movies, you know, and you think like, God damn, like I feel so young compared to that person who
Yeah.
was like, you know, in college 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just
I feel
weird
like
to me.
you guys are just in like the weirdest age ever because some people your age are still in school.
Yeah.
Not finishing
Right.
anytime
Right.
soon, or maybe they're just now are finishing. Other people are married and have kids. Like you guys are
Yeah.
just genuinely
It's in
in
that
the
awkward
weirdest
stage.
stage ever where everybody's
Yeah.
doing everything else. But I think that's kind of fun though, because I feel like it takes the pressure off.
Right.
Like if you did have a kid right now, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, like it wouldn't be crazy. If you moved to a random country, it would be normal. Like,
Yeah.
You're right.
I do feel like this is a lucky age right now and like stage of life because you're right. Like you could do just about anything right now and it would be acceptable. You know what I mean? But I feel like anything beyond 25 is pushing the unacceptable phase in your family of when you're going to get married, when you're going to get a
Yeah.
house, where you're going to be living.
Never.
You know, you can't be, when you're going to have a kid, like all those serious
I would
questions.
never
When you're
grow
going to
up.
get a career, all those things that it's like, I didn't have to think about before. I didn't have to have pressure because it was still teetering that they're, you know, they're not old
Yeah.
enough where I see them having kids, but at the same time, if they did have a kid right now, it would be like, oh, okay, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our parents are kind of keep asking about grandkids.
Not mine.
Hey, talk about mine.
Not
about-
mine.
Talking about Danny's and Peyton's. That's what they're talking about. They're
No.
talking about mine. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I don't know. I really hope this is kind of veering subjects, but I like talking about YouTube because it's fun for me. But I really hope like next year this time it's like I want to be able to tell people like, and I've always wanted this. Like I've always wanted to tell people like, what do you do? Like you roll up in like a nice car or something, and they're like, what do you do? And you're like, I'm a photographer. Or like I'm a YouTuber, and they're like,
Yeah.
and you just see that like puzzled face on like some old dad, and he's like, yeah, but what do you do? You know, and it's like, no, I take photos for a living, or
Yeah.
I do podcasts for a living. I just think that would be so like my
That
life
is
would
cool.
be complete if I
Yeah.
had that conversation.
I feel like you have the motivation though that you could actually get to that.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
That's the goal, but
Yeah, like you're really good at staying
Is it off?
motivated.
not funny.
Wait, what?
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I keep posting religiously like I have been for a
Yeah.
whole year, there's no way. There's at
Something has to happen.
There's got to be somewhat of a following
Yeah.
from the small following we have now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what comes in 2023. Now, that's a weird question that you asked because like I didn't even think about all that stuff. Like this
Right.
was actually a really big year for us three, so it's kind of like ironic that we're sitting here
Yeah.
Yeah, it
doing
really
the
was.
podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Crazy. So do we go up from here? God,
I really
so.
hope because I feel like I
really
also
hope
had to make like really
Yeah.
hard decisions this year that like really make you outside of your comfort zone. I feel like I hate being that person that has to be pushed outside of their comfort zone when they're not willingly doing it. Like I'm totally fine with being like, okay, just go to this new gym, you know, because I'm willingly put myself out of my comfort zone. But I find discomfort in having to, you know, quit a job, tell them you're moving, tell, you know, the people you're working for that you're leaving. I don't know. I think that it's just
Yeah.
like weird when you're forced to be out. But then again, like looking back, it's like, okay, all of those things are helping me grow. All of
Yeah.
those things are helping me change and,
It's
you
good
know,
to be in
build
scenarios
as
like
a
that.
person. Yeah, it is good
It
to
is.
be in
Yeah.
the scenarios like that. It's just more comfortable to be not comfortable when you're making the decision of that. You know what I mean?
Let's
Like-
run that back.
Like
It's more comfortable to not be comfortable when I'm comfortable.
It's more comfortable to be uncomfortable when it's the uncomfortability
Yeah.
is in your hands. Like the whole
Yeah.
like the whole
Yes.
gym
I get what
thing.
you're
Like
saying.
Yes.
I'm gonna push myself and go out of this comfort zone and go to this random ass gym that I've never been to before with all these people, and I'm gonna put myself out of my comfort zone and I'm gonna do it. You're mentally preparing for that.
Right.
But when you have to go on an interview with people that you've never met, or you have to go up to your boss and ask for a raise,
Yeah.
I asked for a raise this
Jesus.
year, you guys. That was a big accomplishment for me. Did I cry? Yes, I did. Will I cry next time? Probably
Yes, you
not.
will.
I feel like I'm that was just see, it's
definitely-
weird. Like again, it's the age where it's not
Yeah.
like you literally are like 29 and you've been in your career for 5 years now and you're slapping your schlong on the table and you're saying, I deserve
Slapping
$40
your
an
schlong.
hour.
Slapping your schlong
Slapping
on
the
the
schlong
table.
all
That's
around.
what Quentin says.
It is what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, did she just make that up?
No, like sit, like, you know, telling it how it is. Like
Yeah.
we're in that age that I literally went in there and I was like,
Because I always say that because, you, like, for example, asking for a raise. Like, if you walk in there and you're like, "Hey, I was thinking like,
please, you're bringing back traumas.
Can,
Oh my god.
can I yeah, I was just thinking like maybe if I could get a raise, you know?" And they say no. A day's gonna go by and you're
my
like,
God, I hate
"Damn,
my life."
I really like wish I went in there and slapped my schlong on the table." Because if
That's
you go in
very
there
true.
and you're like, "I need a raise. Like, if you don't give me a raise, I'm leaving. I know what I'm worth. If you don't give me a
Right.
raise, blah blah blah," and they're like, "No," then you can leave and be like, "Well, you know, I gave
I
it all
tried. I had to
could.
leave the job.
Slap my
Right.
schlong.
Slap my schlong, you know."
No, I do get that.
But
Yeah.
even if like, because if it's embarrassing being like that, and even if you aren't fit for a raise or fit for like whatever, but you act like you are, and you get embarrassed because they decline it, like you just did, you just laughed at it, like. In a fucking year, no one's
Yeah.
gonna give a shit. You're gonna be like, "Damn, I put myself in an uncomfortable position, and now next time I go to ask for a raise, it's gonna be like,
That is
cake."
so true.
You know?
Fake it till you make it. Pretend
Right.
like you're not scared of what you're doing
Yeah.
and you'll
Right.
do it.
Right.
And like, especially in the job setting, I feel like we're all scared of like bosses and things like that. And we're like, you know, I don't want to, but in reality, like in reality, it's just a job.
Right.
If you go to them and you're like, listen, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's your life. Like, I feel like we just like center our whole entire lives around our job and like the stress and everything and like having to hurt somebody's feelings at work.
Right.
But honestly, if you just did what was best for you and you were like, this doesn't fit with my life anymore, I need to go in there and tell them, you know, to not do that anymore
Yeah.
or to change this, or I'm going to have to go find another
Yeah.
job. But we get so scared of that being like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to mess up their
Right.
job. Like, I don't want to mess up the other employees. Like, no,
Right.
literally, if it's not working out for you in your life anymore, go in there, tell them, talk to them about it, and either stay because something changed or leave. Like, it's really not that big of a
And
deal.
they should not be mad at for
And
you
they
for
shouldn't
that.
be mad at that because at the end of the day, you should be living for your life, not living for your job.
for your
Like,
bosses, right?
right. Like, it's just a fucking job.
Yep.
Honestly, most people are making money to get them from one part of their life to another part of life. Now, if you do want to climb up like in the corporate ladder and, build up in your career and build up your resume and become, higher up in
the
that.
CEO
Yeah. Then maybe, deal with it just to get to that point.
Right.
But if you're someone who has like a higher calling and a bigger dream that you want to do with your life,
right.
A job is a vessel to get you from point A to point B. If it's treating you like shit, or if it feels shitty, or it's not paying you enough, literally should be like, bro, I don't fucking care anymore.
I think
easier said than done.
I think in today's society with this new generation, everyone's always about like, oh, I don't want to work the 9 to 5. I would rather be homeless than work the 9 to 5. And
that's rude because I've said that before.
I didn't know that, but I'm just saying.
Why did you say
No,
that?
I told him that I would rather live in a van than ever.
Oh my goodness.
You see all these people, these get rich quick schemes and like drop shipping. And I'm not saying that's like doesn't work. I'm just saying you see the good side of things. Like you have to work a 9 to 5 to pay the bills, and then you have to put in the overtime on Saturday and Sunday to not work the 9 to 5 in 5 years, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't just not work a 9 to 5. It's very, very rare that in high school you like learn to drop shipping on the weekends. Because in high school you're just fucking around, even in college you're just fucking around. So it's impossible, not impossible, but it's very, very hard to not ever work a 9 to 5 and then boom, you're a YouTuber, Like, I mean, a lot of YouTubers, again, they went to college and then like Cody Co went to college and did 2 years at a tech job, and then started doing Vine on the weekend, on his off time. And then once his content creation made enough money he could survive, he quit his 9 to 5 and then put his full focus on whatever. You know what I mean? I think a 9 to 5 is a good like vessel. I guess that's a great way to put it. You know what I mean? It's what pays the bills, so that way on the on the weekend you don't have to put in.
Yeah. And I also think I talk about this with a friend at work a lot, that like social media and everything makes us feel like we need to be social media makes us feel just gross. It's
What's
like
gross?
Like your vape is my ick.
Oh my God.
dear.
I was so confused what you were glitching
Because
for.
I literally look at him, I blink, and it's the microphone's replaced with a vape.
Hey, well, the
Like, I
people
literally
who
was
aren't
like,
watching, they don't need to know that.
They can see. Oh, the people who aren't watching. Anyway,
The people who aren't watching, who are
yes,
listening.
right.
Now you just informed all the
Yes.
listeners that I'm vaping.
Also, if you want to be a millionaire, don't vape. Anyway, so
What?
I
now
don't
I
know.
might just vape and tell I'm a millionaire, just so I can go back to this podcast and cut it and be like, hey,
or
I'm
just
a
so
millionaire.
you can afford to pay the medical bills that come with
I
lung
know.
damage.
Logan, shut
I
up.
know,
Go,
I know.
go on with what you were saying.
Yeah, go on with what you're saying.
God.
What I
Here
was
we go,
saying
here we
is
Here we go.
What I was saying is social media makes you feel like you should be a millionaire at this age, and that you're doing something wrong
Yeah.
at this age for not being a
Yeah.
millionaire, because you have the pressure of social media being like, you have a phone and you're still broke.
Yeah.
You're like 25 and you're still in that rat race.
Right.
You didn't beat it yet. It just makes you feel guilty, and it makes you think that when in reality, this is the time in your life where you can be fucking broke, eating ramen noodles,
Yep.
busting your ass. The
Yeah.
most famous, wealthy, people out there didn't even make their debut until late 30s, 40s,
Right.
50s,
Yeah.
some even
Right.
60s. So
Right.
honestly, it just makes you feel more, if anything, it's fucking you up even worse, because you feel like you got to quit every 9 to 5 job you have because you feel
Right.
guilty about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing is you should work the 9 to 5 when you're young and work hard on your extracurriculars so
Yeah.
you don't have to work the 9 to 5 when you're
Yeah.
70. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
But
But then it also then I digress, because then I'm like, honestly, fuck this. Like, I will never be 23 again. I'll never be able to just get up without any kids, anything tying me down, and just take a fucking ticket to this random country and take pictures and explore and meet people. Like, I'll never be
Right.
there again. And
Right.
it just sucks being like, well, no, just work the 9 to 5 so that way I can do it later. Like, it's harder to do that because you're never going to be 23 again in a random country.
yeah, but who cares?
Me.
I
This is a
don't.
year that I'm supposed to be popping my titties out in a little ass bikini, dancing around in a random fucking country with random people that I
Yeah, but
just
you
met down
can't.
the street with fucking tacos.
You can't.
I can't, but I want to.
Everybody does, and that goes back to what you're saying
I
about
know.
social media.
I know. That's why I said I digress, because I don't know. I just go back and forth with that.
Yeah, I don't.
What are your thoughts? Zone out, Zanny.
Zone out, Zanny?
I had no thoughts.
Okay. I have no
Boom,
thoughts.
I'm done. I have no thoughts. Put some down
man.
leaves.
What hour are we at? Are we hitting an hour yet?
Are you ready for bed or something?
I'm just uncomfy.
She's like, she's
Grow
not
up,
even
Randy.
trying to be like, no, it's fine. I am so ready for bed.
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I'm antsy.
Well, keep talking. I gotta fix the camera.
Strangely, I do think I am hungry.
Okay.
Even
I'll
though-
make you food after this. I love cooking for people. Well, let's talk about our love languages, and that'll be like our last topic for today with us three, because I feel like that's good.
I don't have a love language.
Peyton, yeah, you do. You're like Wednesday.
What the hell does that mean?
Wednesday Addams.
Who the fuck is Wednesday Addams?
Oh my god.
Oh my God. You literally live under
Have you been under a rock?
Yeah, he's been
I
under
have.
a rock.
Whoa. I'm still under.
You're gonna get electrocuted.
The wires. I think that was a good topic to talk about.
Love languages or
Oh.
9 to 5? Oh, okay.
No one cares about love languages.
Oh my god. That is
that's-
straight from a man's opinion.
Literally,
that is
that is
brain.
from a man's fucking mouth. No one cares about love languages.
Love languages or being a millionaire? What do we want to talk about?
Well, you're gonna be a single millionaire if you don't care about the love languages.
She
If
was
I
joking.
Single, if I
She
was
was
single, I'd be a
joking.
millionaire already.
They're
Wait,
joking,
if you-
guys.
oh, if
Anybody
you're
listening, they're joking.
What about what?
I was talking shit.
Saying you're gonna be single.
No, not meaning that I'm gonna like fucking leave him. I'm saying like, if you don't actually, I don't even know.
So what can we talk about that's a happy medium with love and being a millionaire?
In between love and being a millionaire.
I think
Well, there is no
love.
between.
What
Either
about
you're in love
okay?
or you're a millionaire.
No, how about love and millionaire and like expenses, like what we were talking about tonight with Nicole? Like, what do you think? You know, you want your expense. Like, how do you feel about having like a complete joint like bank account? Do you want separate ones? Like, what are your like opinions on all of that?
I want a completely. Well, okay. I want.
Honestly.
I think this is what you were saying. I wasn't really listening.
Yes.
But I think that I want a bank account that's shared and then two separate ones. And if I want a random shirt on Tuesday, then I'm going to use my own bank account. But if we're buying a TV for the house,
Right.
if we're buying a new car, yeah, a car.
Yeah, we could
I
do
don't
that.
put the
If it was,
expensive
like-
stuff
but
on the
that's-
shared one.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
I think that's why that's
Joke.
Put it on the
Okay.
hubby's card.
I think why that's good, because like when you do start having a house
Starbucks
together,
for the 5th time this week. Put it on the hubby's card.
Put it on the hubby.
Literally.
Okay, I'm sorry.
when you do start having like a house together and a family and everything, it becomes annoying very quickly to be like, you know, you pay for dinner tonight. And then I'll pay
Yeah.
for groceries tomorrow, but then groceries were $190 and dinner was $80, and then you feel, and then it's like, we're gonna get this TV, you Venmo me for half, but then I just bought a coffee table, so now we're even, and it just gets too messy. And then
Yeah.
I think it just twists and twirls even more when you have kids, because it's then like, you know, I'm home with the kid all day,
I think that's when
and
it's
I gotta
different.
buy
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A and shit for the kid and
I never
groceries
thought
for the
about
kid,
that.
but you were at work, so you didn't buy it. So I feel like a joint one is good when you like are starting to establish like long-term assets together.
Yeah, I've never even thought about that before somehow. But do we even know anybody who has completely separate accounts and they don't have a shared one? Like, is that even a thing? Like,
I know a lot of parents, I'm just going to leave it at that say, that have told me, make sure you keep your accounts separate.
like completely though. How
Not
does that
completely, just like you have a checking account together that is for stuff that she was talking about, but to make sure that you just don't, everyone like dump their money in, you know,
Yeah.
because money is a big argument that you just don't want to have. So, you know, if someone has a job that pays more than the other person and then the other person is paying more money, then it just creates an argument out of nothing, you know?
Yeah.
But if you have a joint bank account and there's only $2,000 in there, and you're like, oh, well, we got rent due, it's $1,500, then no one's going to go buy a Mercedes McLaren on that account because you can't, you know, you have to do it on your own card.
Yeah.
But I also think by the time you're having kids and you're buying a house, like, I think that you should probably have a checking joint checking account by then.
Yeah.
I think
you should have one before you have kids. And not because but that's not what I'm saying.
At least when you get married,
I don't want to take your
know.
money. I'm putting the exact same amount as you are in that thing.
know.
So that
yeah,
account
that's true.
is just as much mine as it is yours.
I wouldn't say
because I'm so sick of the whole like
mansplaining.
You gotta get me.
masculine.
You gotta get me back for this, and you gotta get. That's annoying to me. Once you start buying shit, because then it just gets annoying and messy. Like, fucking the Venmoing for the bills each month is annoying. Like,
Okay, that's just young
pay it
kid.
out of one fucking thing.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking. That's just our landlord who wants all rent
No,
together.
I'm not talking about our landlord, dude.
Oh, well, she's a nice lady. Don't be rude.
What if she's listening to
What if
this?
she's listening?
She might be. I literally didn't even say anything.
If you
bad
could
about
say
her.
know.
anything to the landlord right now, what would you say?
it be? Honestly,
It would be.
it would be.
I think it would be.
I think it would be, honestly, I literally don't have any complaints or anything. I would just like compliment the house, but I'm trying to think what I would want.
I would say.
I think I would want white countertops.
Whoa! Whoa!
We
You
weren't
went from
saying
complimenting or insult. You went from rating the landlord to telling her and asking her for white countertops. You know, the second she does any installation, our rent goes up, right?
Yeah, I get that, but
Yeah, so I think we should
but
keep
I
it how
would
it
love
is.
if I know I'm going to be there long term. I would love if I could just be like, "Can I paint?" And then, like, I'll do it and I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I just want to know if I can.
I think if I had to say something about the landlord, I think she's very good at being a friend, but also like not too much of a friend. You know what I mean? Like she's very, very nice. She's not mean or rude, but she's also like away from our own lives because she
Well,
knows that she's
yeah.
the landlord. And
Yeah,
I don't know. What else am I going to say? I don't really know her.
I live there and I see her like once a month.
Do you say hi?
Yeah, I say
Good
hi.
job. Good.
What the fuck do you think? I just walk past her and act like I don't know her?
Maybe.
No.
Back to the
Accounts.
account thing. I think when you're young like us, and this might sound weird and maybe a little bit of I don't know, mansplaining, but I'm a really true believer in you have to be okay by yourself before you're okay with somebody else. So when you're moving into a place, I think that no matter what jobs you guys have, that you should pay your own rent and take care of yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, of course, like, you guys are together, so, like, maybe someone gets dinner one time and someone gets the groceries one
Right.
time. But, like, rent and loans, like, God, if you are 22 and you aren't married and you're taking your girlfriend's loans, I think you're going to have issues. Because what's going to happen is...
Unless you're a millionaire.
You're going to be... No.
Unless you're her sugar daddy.
No.
No, fuck that. Yeah.
If I
Let me
was
tell you right now, if there was a fucking 70-year-old man who wanted to take all my student loans, take them.
If I
Take 'em!
If I was a millionaire and I started
Yeah.
paying your loans... then,
So come on.
oh, my God.
Bro, you're telling me right fucking now, if you were a quadrillionaire, you would not fucking take my
Let's
loans
be
for me?
realistic. If I was a millionaire and
A millionaire, $1 million ain't nothing.
He was
so
talking
no.
about relationships, like normal ones, right?
if I was a millionaire right now, let's put us an example. If I was a millionaire and I took your loans, you would become dependent on my money at the age of 23. So by the time we're 30, you're like, oh, I need a car. I'm going to go buy it, because that's how it's been the whole life. You wouldn't know how to survive on your own.
No, that's
But
false.
I'm proud of you because you can go out and pay your own rent and you have
Right.
independence from me,
Yeah.
which I admire. And
But that's-
everyone should admire.
But yes, and that's also my power too. Because I forget who I was listening to earlier, and they were like, don't surrender your I understand, like, if you're like a stay-at-home mom or something, but
Right.
don't ever surrender your power to be financially on your own, because that immediately takes your power and your independence away. When you
Also,
have to
yeah.
rely on a man to buy you anything,
Right.
I think I hold a power and a level of independence that most people don't
Pussy
have
power.
because I can literally get up and leave tomorrow and be okay. You know what I mean? And I don't
Right.
feel like I need to stay because
so let me ask you a question.
pay
Back to what you were just yelling about. If
Yeah.
I was a millionaire, then why would you want me to pay your loans?
because loans are just an inconvenience.
Right, but that is...
But no. Listen, it's not like I don't have the money to pay my student loan. It's
Yeah, I
that
know.
it would be really fucking nice if I didn't have to.
Right, it would also be really nice if the government paid our shit off and, all of it. But, like...
Well, yeah, but they're not going to. So
I don't think they should, but
Well, no, but they're not going to, is what I'm saying.
right. I'm just saying if you specifically, the power that you have for surviving on your own, paying the rent and
Yeah.
doing everything on your own is a trait that I like and
Yeah.
I would want to marry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that way when you do have my kid,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now she's taking care of my kid. I'm going to pay the mortgage and
Yeah.
I'm going to go to work.
Yeah.
That's when I think is when it shifts.
I also feel like
Because women don't get paid to be a
Stay at
nurturing
home,
mother.
right.
You know what I mean? So that has to be
right.
accumulated for, I guess would be the word.
Yeah.
You know?
I also feel like a little bit of me being like having that toxic little piece of me
Yeah, let's hear it.
is I don't like when people can hold things against me. So I really make it a point that
Keep going farther and farther. You're going to have to keep crawling.
I'm done.
I'm done. Well, yeah, you can't reach it now.
No.
I forget. Wait, what was I saying?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I forget.
Oh God, that sucks.
Oh, my toxic piece is
Yeah, please.
Oh, I don't like if anybody like had the power to hold something against me. Like, I don't know why I'm just that type of person. Like, I never want anybody to come back and be like, all right, good luck, like, you know, getting your oil changed because I've gotten your oil changed. You've never,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I don't
Get that.
want that ever. So I would never want somebody to be like, all right, well, good luck paying your bills without me. I don't ever want somebody to be able to hold something against me
Yeah.
and that
Right.
with anything, not just money, but like anything. That's why I make sure and I take pride in the fact that I practice and I hold my standards high of having my own independence as the person I am.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So then, I mean, it's just different for us because we've been together for so long. So, and we know our future. But like, then if I was a millionaire, then why would you want me to pay your loans? Because then that takes all your power.
No, because you could be like, all right, good luck paying your student loan. And I'll be like, all right, that's fine. I can
Right.
pay it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I would never stop working
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, he can pay my student loan this month.
Right.
And then, 6 months down the line, we get in an argument. And you go, good luck paying your student loans. And you stop paying it. Then I'd be like, oh, fuck. I would never, quit my job over the fact that someone's paying my bills.
Right.
But it would be really fucking nice if like Santa would just like
Girl.
send me the money in the mail. Like I would not be like, no, I want to be independent and I want to, because don't get me wrong, I'm going to say money where I'm going to say fucking money.
Yeah, I guess.
But I
guess.
won't give you the power of being like, you pay it for me and then I won't have to work anymore. Phew, I'm off
Right.
the hook. Because,
It's kind of personal. You don't have any loans, do you?
No.
God, that must be nice.
And I am so
Love it.
We're over here
glad that
complaining
you
about
don't.
who's going to pay the
I
loans. And
know.
Peyton's like, "Pfft, we put the mic down real quick.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm glad though, because I
That's so
remember
nice.
when she was talking about colleges and stuff, I was like, I'm telling you right now, don't go.
It
if
sucks.
you don't know, like, don't do this with this. And she was like, oh my God, shut up. Coming from you who literally had all that experience and got to live in a dorm and got
Yeah.
to do all this. But like now looking back, are you not so grateful
That's
that
a
you
great
kind of had
question.
that like advice?
I was so salty, so salty about not going to college. In the moment, I did not care if I had loans because I thought if you can do it, if anybody else can do it, I can.
Right.
Yeah.
I can. Like, I don't care. But now I am very grateful.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
if you were to go back, would you make the same decision knowing what you know now? Because would you say you're still
Yeah.
having a
Would you
good
money
time?
plan differently or like?
I think I would have made the same decision only because of money. Only because I know the end goal, regardless, would have been me being in debt.
Yeah.
But say I had a scholarship and I was like, it was
Yeah.
either go to college for 4 years or move to Florida. I think I would have considered college. Like, I would consider it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's definitely
get
a
that.
good experience and a good time to take classes
Yeah.
and figure out what you like. I would have never known what I wanted to do with my life if it
Yeah.
wasn't for all the shit that I like did in college and classes I took
Right.
and people that I met.
Yeah.
But I definitely am grateful that you didn't
Yeah.
go that route because like, dude, the fucking meal plans in the dorms, that fucks you in the ass just
Oh my gosh.
itself. And that's
Yeah.
not even all the classes and it's not even all this. And then
The
to
books
do
and
it for
shit.
2 years and be like,
I don't
no
know.
offense, but like your personality is like all or nothing. And then when you're done with it, you're just like done with it. So can you imagine if you like would have spent all that money just to 2 years later be like, actually, I don't feel like I want to do that anymore.
I probably would have dropped out if we're being quite honest.
That's what's crazy to me, and I'm actually like, You could do another 2 or 3 years and test like a bunch of jobs that pay you enough to like live in Florida and have a good time, and then you could find a job that you really, really love, and then you can go back to college with money to pay for it, and then you can come back out and be higher. And a lot of times companies will pay you to go to school. So like, I don't know why more people don't go to college right away and they like jump around a bunch of jobs. Because think about it. You go to college for 2 years and you're paying as much as $80,000 a year to kind of just figure out what you want to do. But like if you just go straight to work, then it's like, okay, I hate this. And then you go do this. And you're like, okay, I hate this. And you're like, oh my God, I really love this. And then you're like, I want to raise. And they're like, well, you don't have a degree. A lot of times those companies will be like, well, you know, we'll pay you to go to school because you're here already.
100%.
So then
But
it's
I feel
like,
like
now
in
you go to
America-
school for what you love. And you're like,
Yes.
oh yeah, and I can pay for it.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think statistically speaking, if you don't go to college right after high school, your chances significantly drop to go at 25.
Yeah.
Because once you're established in your life and you're 25 and you have figured it out, most of the time you can just honestly work your fucking way up in that company by being loyal to them and working there for a long time, which is what most of our parents did not going to college. Like, yeah, you do get an advantage, but I also think if you don't need to go to college for what you want to do, don't.
Right.
Because you are just going to get in debt, or you're going to spend all your
Yeah.
fucking money and your time and everything on something that you could have spent all that time getting experience in that,
Right.
and growing your portfolio in that, versus just taking all these bullshit classes to get the piece of paper that in the end you're 4 years behind someone who spent 4 years
doing it.
getting the experience.
I think there's a very limited amount of jobs that you should go to college for, and I
Right.
think the rest of them, I think you can, if you have that grind, I think you can get there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I always use a cook for example, but a lot of people think you have to go to college to be a cook. But if you can, like, if you start as a server and you're like, hey, I want to start like in the back cooking and stuff, you can make your way up. And next thing you know, you have 5 years of experience, and they're like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, we'll try you as a cook.
Yeah.
And then you're a chef. And
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you could have paid $320,000 to get a
Right.
chef degree,
Right.
and then you start at nothing.
Yeah, no
know?
experience, you are in debt, and then you're like, well,
And then you're like, oh God. And
Yeah.
God forbid you don't like it anymore.
yeah.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
I don't know. I think there's
Yeah, I definitely think it's good for like things, especially like media and photography and stuff. Like if my kid ever came up to me,
I don't think you should go to college for that.
no, I know. If my kid came up to me and was like, I know what I want to go to school for, photography, I would literally give my kid a fucking plane ticket when they turned 18 to a cool ass country and give them a camera. And I would say, go out there and fucking learn by taking
Yeah.
pictures
Right.
of this place, and then come back with this amazing portfolio. Because I can tell you right now, if I was getting married and I was going online and trying to find a
Right.
photographer for the wedding,
Literally.
and there's someone who was like, yeah, like I have a 4-year degree, you know, I have a master's in photography, and I
Yep.
only have, you know, 1 page of these photos. But then I have someone who like was grinding from high school until now, taking these
Yeah.
extravagant
Yeah.
wedding photos. I'm picking that person.
Right. In today's
And that's
society,
like
with,
honestly a lot of things, almost
Most
everything
things.
besides doctor, teacher,
yeah, doctors,
shit
I
like
mean,
that.
Yeah, doctors, like you can't be a surgeon without.
Oh, no.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can't work your way up there. But like
Yeah.
media, especially, Lord have mercy. All you gotta do is have fucking 50,000 subscribers, and
Right.
you'll be hired by any fucking. Look at all the Instagram influencers and YouTubers. Like a lot of them go and make a media agency because it's more money, and you have all the proof from your YouTube and Instagram to back it up.
Right.
Like I know how this works.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's all about a portfolio for most jobs, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think trade schools are a big thing too now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think trade schools are awesome.
Yeah, pay a 20th of the price and get paid more, you know? Like, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Plus your internship's a lot better at trade schools. But
Yeah.
all right. You got any more good questions before we
They
close
were
it down?
just more about reflecting on the new year. But honestly, I feel like I'll save some of like the better, juicier New Year's questions for next week's episode, because
New Year's?
Yeah.
that will be when New Year's is actually happening, and you'll get to kind of really
Reflect.
not reflect, just get into the new year.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I think that's the symbol.
That's the timer.
That's the timer.
All right. We'll wrap it up. So I guess if we,
I liked doing this with Peyton. That was good.
yeah, this was fun.
Me too.
We got to get you back on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
fun,
we're all
right?
together again.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the way your voice sounds or no?
No, I like it.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
sounds a lot better
It's
than
just like crystal clear and nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I
it.
do
Speak.
think that
Yeah.
I sound like a dumb valley girl sometimes, like, but I sadly think that that's my voice, and
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm not going to tell anyone to go out and make a podcast because that'll saturate my market and make it harder for me. So
Oh my gosh.
so don't make a podcast.
don't
Don't
Make a
make one. It's
don't-
terrible and not fun.
it's awful. I'm having such a shitty time. But if we were to summarize this, episode, I would say slap your schlong.
Slap your
Slap
schlong.
your
Slap your
schlong.
schlong.
Slap your schlong in front of your boss.
Slap your schlong in front of your
Don't
boss.
go to college if you're unsure, and
Yep.
don't get a joint bank account with your girlfriend.
Don't go to joint bank account with your girlfriend.
Wait till you're married.
Wait till she has kids and you're married. All right.
Wait till
call
she has kids.
We'll call it there.
Wait till she has kids.
Wait till she just has some kids.
Yeah. All right.
And they have to happen to look like you.
All right. I don't know. This is a rabbit hole. I'm not going to go down on this one. All right.
I'm
All
kidding.
right,
See you guys next
Bye.
week.
Bye.